And now, Mike's thoughts.
Godster Sherless, that's right, Godster Sherless has been arrested for allegedly urinating on a passenger on a flight to Dublin. This man was on a flight from Boston to Dublin, Ireland, and he allegedly peed on a passenger. First things first is, how do you allegedly pee on somebody? Either you do or you don't. Either you pee on them or you don't pee on them. That's for starters. Either you do or you don't. Secondly, my man, what did this passenger have to do for you to pee on them? You'd be like, you know what? I'm not going to hit you. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to belittle you. I'm not going to get out my phone and record you. I'm going to pee on you. like that is my goal, is to pee on you. So whatever this guy, Mr. Sherless, has going on in his head, I don't know if it's CET or it was just drunk or just something, I don't know. But to pee on somebody, my man, to pee on somebody on an airplane, something's wrong upstairs. Guys, let's go beyond the obvious pee jokes, because we could definitely pun this all day long, right? Let's look deeper. Let's try to do better. What is Goddard Sherless have going on in his life that he has to pee on somebody? Is he reaching out for help? Do we need to put this man on like some type of suicide watch or something? I don't know. We need to figure it out. As a community as a whole, somebody needs to reach out to him and be like, hey man, why did you do it? I will reach out to him. He won't respond to me because I don't know him from like Adam. But to pee on somebody on an airplane, I don't know what to say. Cue that intro. Are you ready for the best damn NFL show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up.
Yeah, hey, let's go. Hitting that gridiron, we going hard, we running the plays. You know the vibe, only the strong survive. Gotta keep your head in the game. Talking NFL, uncut, straight raw. Steady bringing that sauce. We about to take off. Get it hype, this man, our sport talk. Yeah, from the quarterback to the lineman. Everybody bringing heat. You don't really wanna try them. Hey, who gon' win? It's a battle of the giants. This show is the flyest. Nobody can deny it. This is Man Hour. Sport Talk. Man Hour. Sport Talk. What team you reppin'? We keep it interesting. Who caught another down? Who got that interception? This is Man Hour. Sport Talk. Man Hour. Sport Talk. What team you reppin'? We keep it interesting. Who caught another down? Who got that interception?
Let's go. What is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckeister here with the Man Hour. Over to manhourradio.com. Check out the merchandise page, or check out the blog section as well. But most importantly, guys, right now, click on the Discord link. And the link in the description below, whether you're watching us on Facebook, YouTube Shorts, or YouTube in general, click on the Discord link. In that fantasy football link within the Discord, we are going to have a link in there. We have a link to our fantasy football league. This is a free fantasy football league, but the winner's going to get $100. If you win the Man Hour Fantasy Football League, you will get $100 bills. Yo, now you know I'm going to win it because I'm the best fantasy football player, hands down, out there. The second place player is going to get that. So if it's me that wins it, the second place person is going to get $100 bills. Yeah, but the winner of the league will get $100 bills. So after this show is over, I'm going to put the link in the Discord underneath Fantasy Football. Click that link. We have 12 teams. Bada bing, bada boom. First come, first serve. I've already sent out the link to the Pigskin Pundits and some of the top fans out there. But once this show is over, it is open up to anybody. So if you guys want to win some $100 bills, y'all, click on that link below. Well, we'll also throw in some man-hour swag. We'll throw in a nice thick man-hour hoodie for you for the winner as well. My man WB Ant is in the chat today. He says, what's up? What's up, Ant? Long time no see, my man. Long time no see. Hope you're having a grand old day. Ant's in the fantasy football league. He wants to win $100 bills, yo. Got my man Mark D is in the chat as well. He is in the fantasy football league. He wants to win $100 bills, yo. But my man Jim Powell, the cream to my crop, Mr. CFO, the pigskin pundits, Jim has clicked on the subscribe button on the link below. He says cocaine is a hell of a drug. So do you think cocaine is what made him pee on that lady, Jim? Do you think the cocaine that he is on made him pee on that lady? I feel like cocaine would not make me want to pee on anybody. I'd be like hyper focused and like wanting to get work done. Peeing would be the last thing on my mind, I think. Ryan in the chat, let's do this. Yes, sir, Ryan, let's do this. Let's do this. It says the answer, not sure yet. Would be cool if we had a crystal ball to know about the Pittsburgh Steelers having a problem or a Shareless peeing issue. What crystal ball would you like to have, Ryan? Because I got the crystal ball today because this is Fact or Crap Monday, and we got to talk all the facts. We got to talk all the crap. We got to roll them into one and figure it out what it is. Speaking of what it is, Casey Morgan's in the chat. He says, what is good? What's up, good gig? What's up, Casey? Casey is in the old fantasy football league as well. He wants to win $100 bills, yo. Like I said, the winner will win $100 bills, yo. So after the show is over, I'm going to go to the Discord. I'm going to copy the link. We're going to put it in there. First come, first serve. 12 members. I think we're already up to like 3 or 4 right now with the pigskin pundits that are like in there. Ant says, work has been keeping me busy lately. I'm glad things slow back down. Listen, Casey, or Ant, I'm in the same boat. I work for manufacturing, right? I'm an IT manager at our manufacturing plant here. And for whatever reason, from like May to about September, we are balls to the wall deep. Everything's breaking all the time. Like, I get it, but I get it, man. Ryan wants to know the answer about Bo Nix. We'll be talking about Bo Nix here in a couple minutes here. I believe that's topic number 2 or topic number 3 on Factor Crap today, Ryan. So stay tuned. We are going to talk about Bo Nix, about how he is going to be the starter, potentially be a starter. But guys, this is Monday edition of Man Hour NFL Talk. We are live every Monday through Friday at 2:30 East Coast time, right here at Facebook.com and, of course, YouTube.com. If you're going to miss any part of it whatsoever, we are out there on Spotify as well. So roughly about 4:30 in the afternoon, I upload it to the old Spotify's. Bada bing, bada boom. It's out there by 5 o'clock, usually at the latest. We do upload clips every 3 hours on our Facebook and YouTube page as well. So if you want to check out a clip, bada bing, bada boom, it is up there. Like me calling Patrick Mahomes a system quarterback. I love getting the goats of those people. But today is Monday. It is Factor Crap Monday. I've been scouring the old interwebs. We've been posting some stuff up on the Discord and the Facebook page, and we're going to determine officially if things are fact or if it is crap. And the number one topic of today, the title segment of today's show, is the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers right now, guys, are in shambles right now. Let's just be flat out honest. They are in shambles right now. Their offense looks horrendous. Horrendous looking offense. Russell Wilson had 5 series yesterday, 0 points, averaged 2 yards per offensive play, and 3 sacks as well. So we've spoke about this several times. We spoke about who is going to be the starting quarterback for Pittsburgh. It's going to be Russ. It's going to be Justin. They're not married to anybody, but they wanted to bring Russ in. They traded for Justin as well. So we got to ask the question, guys, right off the bat. Fact or crap, will Russell Wilson fix/start/save the Pittsburgh Steelers season? Right now, the Pittsburgh Steelers offense looks terrible. I understand it's preseason. I understand this is Russell Wilson's first 5 series with a new offense, with a new offensive coordinator, new receivers, new linemen, and he's been injured. But he looked terrible. Terrible he's been looking. Justin Fields came in relief, 5 series, right? He had an average total of 3 yards per offensive plays. They did score 3 points, did not get sacked, but he looked terrible too. Now, he threw a couple good balls that looked bad on tape, right? The one in the end zone when it appeared he overshot the receiver by like a mile. Well, it turns out the receiver pretty much stopped his route. He's jumped at the goal line. I don't know what he was doing, but it was a terrible, terrible play. But guys, fact or crap, will Russell Wilson start week 1? And guys, it is a crap. It is a crap. I have been saying it for the last month and a half or so here. Ever since we broke down the Pittsburgh Steelers back in July or June, right? They were one of the first teams that we broke down. We went through all 32 NFL teams, broke down their schedule week by week by week in division. I said Justin Fields is going to start week 1. If Justin Fields starts week 1, the Pittsburgh Steelers are a really, really good team. I don't think Russ has confidence in himself. I don't think the team has confidence in Russ. I don't think Mike Tomlin has confidence in Russ. I don't think Arthur Smith has confidence in Russ. Russell Wilson is a 35, 36-year-old quarterback at the end of the day. He is a guy that has kind of gone over the hill. For the last, 6 seasons, he has been a sack machine. Meaning he gets sacked a lot. Not only in Denver, not only in Pittsburgh, his first 5 series sacked 3 times. Ouch. Dated back to his last couple years in Seattle. He was the most sacks quarterback in the last 2 years in Seattle. Guys, Justin Fields is the answer in Pittsburgh. Do I need to say it any more obvious now? Are you guys going to finally start to believe what I'm telling you? Justin Fields is the answer in Pittsburgh. Justin Fields will start week 1. Justin Fields will lead them to the playoffs. I'm not saying Russ could not do that. I'm not saying Russ could not lead them to 9 wins. I'm not saying Russ could, be an average quarterback. What I am saying is Justin Fields is better. At this particular time, August 19th, 2024, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 2:42 to be exact, Justin Fields is better for the Pittsburgh Steelers than Russell Wilson. So, guys, fact or crap, does Russell Wilson start week 1? Let me know. John says crap. He says crap, he says. He says Russ is going to the Raiders. Russell Wilson to the Raiders doesn't make sense to me, John. Your guys' offensive line is probably just as bad, if not worse, than the Pittsburgh Steelers. John says, nope, it's going to be all Justin Fields. He says crap. Crap. Casey says, I don't think any of those quarterbacks can fix that offense. So let me ask you this question, Casey. Because I said pretty much any non-sucky quarterback can thrive in this Pittsburgh Steelers offense. They have a pretty good running game. They have a nice 1-2 punch. They have a decent receiving core with the Van Jefferson and what's his name? George Pickens, right? Their defense is stout. I said pretty much the quarterback play just doesn't have to suck. So the offensive output that we have seen these last 2 weeks, 9 total points in 2 preseason games. I know it's preseason. I know your starters aren't playing. Still got to be able to score some points. Is it the Arthur Smith effect? Is it the Arthur Smith playbook? Is it his play calling? Is it his coaching style? Is it beyond the players at this point, Casey? Anybody in the chat in general? Is it beyond the players at this point? Because pretty much we know who the Steelers are going to be. Above 500 team. They are not going to wow you. They're not going to be like, oh, this team sucks. They're just going to be right in the middle of the road year after year, year after year. I did predict 11 wins this season, making it into the playoffs. At this point, is it the coaching staff? Is it Mike Tomlin? Is it Arthur Smith? I'm curious. Casey says it's the staff. The staff is the issue. It's not Russ, not Justin Fields, it's the staff. And I can get behind that, right? All offseason last year, right? The offense pretty much sucked. Fired offensive coordinator, mid-season, finally broke 400 yards for the first time in like 300 days or something crazy like that. But now they're right back to square one again. Maybe it is a system. Maybe the system just sucks. Maybe Kenny Pickett was not a bad quarterback after all. Maybe Mason Rudolph wasn't a bad quarterback after all. Maybe Mitchell Trubisky wasn't a bad quarterback after all. Maybe it's been the system the whole time. So, guys, the question still stands. Is it fact or is it crap? Russell Wilson will start week 1. Casey says crap. Crap. Casey says Russ is over the hump, and his decline is faster than an avalanche. He's definitely definitely has 1 foot over the edge, and I feel like he's dangling. He needs to pull it back real quick. Let's give him a little bit of a credit though, right? Calf injury, 36-year-old, new offense, new offensive coordinator. Let's give him some slack, right? But at some point, you'd be like, John says if Russ starts in Pittsburgh, they are a 500 team. Obviously, they're going to be above 500 because I think they are a 9-win team. If you go 8-1, you're just destined for failure, like at that point. But they're definitely a 9-win team. John says, whoa, slow it down, baby. Not the playoffs. We talking about playoffs? Yeah, we talking about playoffs, John. We talking about playoffs, baby. Jim says, we are getting Dak, Fields, or Russ. Same production. As in... So... Spoiler alert, guys. John and Jim are both Raiders fans. I don't know how we got J&J being both Raiders fans. One wears a 3XL shirt and one wears a medium shirt. Who do you think the taker is in that relationship? But he says the Las Vegas Raiders are getting Dak, Fields, or Russ, not Rush. Russell Wilson. And Casey says, I feel like it's Dak. Guys, here's the thing about the Las Vegas Raiders, or the Raiders organization in general. Whether it's LA Raiders, whether it's Oakland Raiders, whether it's the Vegas Raiders. They all come in the same package in the end. In the end, the Las Vegas Raiders want to get a high-profile guy and want to throw a lot of money at him. The Davises try to be like Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is cheap. Let's just be honest. He doesn't want to pay players. He wants to maximize his profits, which he's doing a very, very good job at. He's worth over $10 billion right now. The team is, right? Las Vegas Raiders aren't even above $3 billion. But the Davises want that marquee player. And it's not going to be Russ. It's not going to be Justin Fields. The Davises want to throw $70 million at a guy that's going to be average. I think Dak's a top 3 quarterback myself. But on the Raiders, he's just going to be a shit show. The Raiders are a shit-ass organization with a shit-ass team around him. If Dak Prescott goes to the Las Vegas Raiders, I think Antonio Pierce is going to see his way out. I think the only way Dak Prescott goes to the Las Vegas Raiders is if AP is out. Now if you Raiders fans adore AP like you say you do, AP's the next coming of Bill Belichick and all this other stuff. I've heard so many crazy takes about him. So many crazy takes. If Dak Prescott goes to Vegas, Dak Prescott is going to have his say of who the head coach is. And I'm pretty sure it's not going to be Antonio Pierce. He wants a high-profile, probably young coach to come in, i.e., offensive coordinator from their team a couple years ago. What's his face? The dude from Boise State. Oh, what is his name? Can't even think of it right now. Help me out, guys. Back to the Pittsburgh Steelers. John says it is not Tomlin, though. How can it not be Mike Tomlin? John, if we think the system in Pittsburgh is the issue, not the players, not the quarterback play, not the running back room, not the defense, it's the system. Who puts the system in place? Mike Tomlin puts the system in place. Mike Tomlin dictates the culture. Mike Tomlin dictates whether this is a player-friendly team or a dictatorship, right? And you can't blame Arthur Smith. He's been there for 3 months. You can't blame Art Rooney because he's been the owner forever and they got like six titles, right? The common denominator of the failure of success or just being average is Mike Tomlin. Now, I think Mike Tomlin is a very, very good coach. Do not get that twisted. I think Mike Tomlin does a hell of a lot with very, very little. Much like Marvin Lewis did in Cincinnati. Marvin Lewis in Cincinnati kind of had a shell of a team, right, with Carson Palmer and Chad Ochocinco. That's about it, and they kind of built within. But once they finally built that team, they were still an 8-win team. They were just happy just to get to the playoffs, and I think that's where Mike Tomlin is right now. I'm just happy to get 9 wins. I think if Mike Tomlin does not get at least 11 to 12 wins this season, wins a playoff game or two, his tenure in Seattle or in Pittsburgh is done. Not because he's going to get fired. He's going to be asked to leave. He's going to be gracefully walked out the door. He's going to leave on a quote on his own terms. But I think Mike Tomlin is the issue. Hell no. He's supposed to be a professional. Don't know who you're talking about. Casey says, I feel Russ only did good in Seattle because of the system worked and he doesn't fit in other systems. Well, when Russ was in Seattle and he was at his peak, right? They had a great defense around him. Legion of Boom, right? They had a great running game. Beast mode. He didn't have to go out there and win games. He could just be the game manager. And in Denver, he had to be not that game manager. He was supposed to be the guy. He was supposed to lead us to the promised land. The defense sucks. The offense, you make everybody else better. And that's why when Russ went to Pittsburgh, I was having flashbacks. Legion of Boom. Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain. Pretty damn good defense, right? Beast mode. Najee Harris. Obviously not quite the same guy, but they still had the same output, right? The nice 1-2 system. Wide receivers are average, right? If the Brandon Ayuk thing officially goes through finally at some point, up and up and up and up. But I thought the Pittsburgh Steelers system for Russ was going to be perfect, but maybe not. Casey says more than half of Dallas's worth is in the stadium. And? See, James, I would concur with you on like on that. But when we spoke about the Dallas Cowboys Thursday last week, and they released their earnings or their net worth of $10.36 billion, it went up $1.4 billion from the previous year. They didn't build a new stadium since then. Are you saying that the stadium value increased $1 billion over a calendar year? Adams for CD and Dak. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Are you day drinking? Could be. Could be. I got a long night ahead of me. I could be. I could be. Mike Tomlin says, Jim, Mike Tomlin is not able to relate to the new soft players we got now, like AP can't. This is facts. This is 100% facts, Jim. I don't know if it was the vid. I don't know if it's the whole CTE thing. I don't know if this rugby hip tackling thing, right? The point of the matter is, we got a soft-ass generation of football players getting ready to truck their way into the NFL. My 8th graders this year are by far the softest group of kids I have ever coached. And ever since 2019 season, it has increasingly gotten softer and softer and softer and softer. If I hit somebody too hard, I'm going to get CTE. If I hit them, I don't want to hurt. I don't want to hurt my teammates. I don't want to get a concussion. Then get out of here, right? But I get it. Safer sport, more money, longevity. I get it. But guys, let's just be honest. We have some soft ass MFers in the world of football right now. It is what it is. I yelled at a kid 2 weeks ago. He was mouthing off, and I said, stop bitching and get your ass on the sideline. You're not going to play for me. What does he do? He runs and goes and tells his mommy and daddy, he cussed at me. I had a 2-hour meeting with his mom. Don't say that to my son. That's not very nice. Well, that's my coaching style. Stop bitching. Like, come on, guys. Just, Jim, fire me up, baby. Derek's in the chat. What's up, Derek? He says, long season. I don't see Pitt doing much this season. Neither Russ or Fields fits Pitt's system to me. And I thought they both were going to fit the system perfect. Like, this is what's so stabbing me in the heart, is like, I thought Russ was going to be a perfect fit. I was like, damn. They got this guy for $1 million. They got a running game. They got a defense. And they're going to piss it all away. Pittsburgh Steelers are going to piss it all away this season. Like, I had them winning 11 games this season, going 11-6, right? 5th in the AFC. Right now, I have them going to the AFC Championship game, playing the Kansas City Chiefs. After Saturday's game, only scoring 3 points, only scoring 9 points all preseason. Russell Wilson averaging 2 yards a play, getting sacked 3 times on 5 series. Justin Fields only putting up 6 total points for the rest of the preseason. Pittsburgh, come on. Guys, it's got to be Mike Tomlin like at this point. If we're going to point the finger blame, it's got to be Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin, you are the issue. Figure it out, man. Figure it out. Casey says Tomlin never really stood out as a good coach. Only thing I think of when I hear his name is trying to trip that player. See, there are times when coaches, maybe live in the glory of a really good team, right? People are saying this about John Gruden. He is not a good coach. He just inherited a really, really good team and a really good staff. Tony Dungy's team, right? And I would concur and say that with Mike Tomlin, but he's been doing it for 16 years? Bill Cowher's system is well gone. Bill Cowher's culture is long gone, right? Mike Tomlin has won a Super Bowl, right? Correct me if I'm wrong on that. He has won a Super Bowl, and you should know. That's your team. I kid. But there's time when you just lose passion for it, right? There's just times when you're just like, you know what? 18 weeks is enough for like me. 19 weeks is enough for me. I don't want to play 21 games. I don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. Derek says he had the shortest offensive line in Seattle. It was made for him. Is that true? Did he legit have the shortest offensive line in Seattle? What, Russ is only like, what, 5'11", 5'10"? We make fun of Bryce's young heights like all the time, but we need to start making fun of Russ's height. Oh, Casey says, that's sad. When I played, I wanted to knock someone out every time. Every time, Casey. Back in my day, we didn't even know what a concussion was. We all just had stingers. We got the cobwebs knocked loose, right? Like that is what it was. As a jack backer in high school, we could legitimately lay people out for running slant routes over the middle. Catch that ball, night, sucker. Now you have to catch it. You have to take 3 steps. You have to look at the player and say, okay, I'm ready. James says Fields he'll shell shock from Chicago. You got to give him time. So James is saying, slow it down, baby. Slow it down, baby. Justin Fields has a little PTSD from Chicago still, right? He's thinking, damn, I better drop back and get it out as fast as I can because they're coming. They're coming. I don't know. Oh, and that's what Casey said. Got to get over that PTSD, man. McSneeze is in the chat. And he says Pitt is an 8-win team. If Pittsburgh plays like they played Saturday or the week before, they are a 5-win team. If they put out that same offensive put out that they did the last 2 weeks, they're a 5-win team. But I have faith. Oh, dear Lord, baby Jesus, 8 pounds, 6 ounces, don't even know a word yet. Let the Pittsburgh Steelers win 11 games. Let them win 11 games. Keith with the Chiefs Kingdom. What's up, Keith? Man, give us a sub, bro. Love those Chiefs. James says, I wanted to hit somebody so hard that I needed that smelling salt. Slow it down, Jim. We can't be giving my man a heart attack. James Frank says, Steelers will be inconsistent at quarterback for the next few years, I think. Feel some of this quarterback pain as Browns fans have felt. A lot of that, y'all, is you're drafting. And honestly, Browns, since y'all decided to let my man Baker Mayfield go after he led you to the playoffs for the first time, 20 some odd years, he beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in the playoffs for you for the first time in like 30 years, and you let that man go for Deshaun Watson? The Browns got a long time in purgatory still, brother. The Browns are in purgatory forever at this particular point. Sorry, James. I love you. But your team did my man Baker Mayfield wrong. Baker Mayfield wrong. And Ant brings the subject of the day right there. Give this man a round of applause. Everybody go down there and hit Ant's comment right there. Hit it with the like button. He says Tomlin and the general manager definitely deserve the blame at this point. Mike Tomlin and the general manager definitely deserve the blame at this point. Ant, you are right. You are right, 100%. Topic number 2. Speaking of those mighty Chicago Bears, they are living on cloud 9 right now. They got Hard Knocks in there. They're playing some decent football. They're winning some preseason football games. They're going to the Super Bowl, but they got the man, the myth, the legend, Caleb freaking Williams in the building. Guys, Caleb Williams has been playing some really good football his first preseason or 2 games out there, right? He has been balling out, putting the ball where it needs to go, taking command of the offense, and really slowing the game down and letting the game come to him. So as we look at Caleb Williams, guys, the hype train around Caleb Williams is starting to become real. The hype train around Caleb Williams, I can start to believe into a little bit. So I released my top 10 quarterbacks, how I feel they're going to finish the 2024 NFL season. I did not have Caleb Williams as a top 10 quarterback. But guys, fact or crap, do you think after this week's preseason game, do you think Caleb Williams will finish as a top 10 quarterback in the NFL? I have to be blatantly honest at this particular point. When Caleb Williams first went to Chicago, I was not buying the hype whatsoever. I watched the last 5 games of his college career where he lost all 5, right? Crying in his mom's arms and just looking like a very sloppy player, right? But after these first 2 preseason games, after watching him on Hard Knocks, after him conduct interviews, after really breaking down his tape, guys, I am starting to buy the Caleb Williams hype. I am starting to believe that Caleb Williams might finish in the top 10 in quarterback rankings in 2024. I did not have him on my list because I made the list before this last week's game. And after last week's game, guys, I think it is a fact. I think it is a fact that the Chicago Bears have finally found their franchise quarterback. I think it is a fact that the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams will do pretty well this season. And I think it is a fact that Caleb Williams is going to have a very successful rookie season. He has a great team around him. DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, right? That defense is pretty stout. I believe they were the top-rated defense the last month of the season, if I'm not mistaken. The fact of the matter is, guys, Caleb Williams fell into a damn good situation in Chicago. Much like Patrick Mahomes did with the Kansas City Chiefs, fell in that perfect situation. Now, I'm not saying Matt Eberflus is going to lead them to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying that Matt Eberflus is going to be coach of the year. I'm not saying all of that. Slow it down, Combsy. Talking to you. Slow it down, baby. But I do think Caleb Williams will finish as a top 10 quarterback in the year 2024. I'm not saying he's top 10 now. He has a long ways to go. He has a lot to prove still. But guys, fact or crap, will Caleb Williams finish as a top 10 quarterback in 2024? Casey says, I am still not sold on Williams. Needs to see him get halfway through this season first. And yes, I will agree with this, Casey, 100%. We have seen a very, very small sample size, right? This is preseason sample size at that. We have seen basically him play against second graders at the end. We have seen him do decent in preseason games, but I will agree, much like Jordan Love, right? Pump the brakes a little bit. Pump the brakes a little bit, and let's see what happens. And Derek says the same thing. He says, slow it down, baby. Let's wait until winter. Let's wait until we actually hit the season of fall. Do you guys realize we're still in summer? We're still like 30 days away from fall. Fall is like the last Saturday of September. We still got a month and a half before even fall is here. So, Derek, I agree. Derek, I agree with you 100%. James says that division is going to be tough this year. Second to the AFC North, I believe. It's still preseason. Get back to me mid-season, and I don't think he's going to have a season like CJ Stroud did. Williams will be nice, though. James, let's start off with the first part of your comment here. You think that division is going to be tough second to the AFC North, and I will agree with that 100%. I almost want to say it's 1A, 1B, but gun to my head, I'm going to put the AFC North above the NFC North. The NFC North is going to be good for a very, very long time, I think. They have young quarterbacks, depending on how J.J. McCarthy comes back from his meniscus injury, right? They're going to be nice young quarterbacks in that division for a pretty long time. However, let's flash back to the AFC West just a couple years ago, right? We had Derek Carr, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Russ, right? Oh, this division is going to be tough. This division is going to be great. They were a shit-ass division as a whole. Still is a shit-ass division. So maybe slow it down on the hype a little bit of the NFC North, but I do concur with that. And we will visit this again. Let's say Thanksgiving Day. What the Bears play the Lions Thanksgiving Day, right? Let's talk about this Thanksgiving Day. I'll mark it down on August 19th. Let's replay back this tape. And I'll be like, hey, I love me some Caleb Williams. I'm buying him. Top 10 quarterback. And I'm going to read back all y'all comments and slow it down, baby. And we'll see. We'll see. Ann says, got to see how he performs in the regular season first. Caleb is only completing 50% of his passes so far in this preseason. And I thought I saw 60%, right? So I saw Bo Nix at 80%, Jaden Daniels at 77%, and I think Caleb was at 60%. But either way, right, 50, 60% kind of a below average, right? I think average in the NFL is about 70% completion percentage. So yeah, definitely needs to up it up a little bit. Definitely needs to up it up a little bit. He think, but Ant says I think so. He says I think Caleb Williams will be a top 10 quarterback. Casey says if I had to guess about Williams, I'll go with the top 20, not top 10. So let's just be honest. If you're top 20, you are below average quarterback in the NFL. Right? So there's 32 NFL teams in there. 17 would be the halfway point. If you're 17 and below, you're below average. So if he's top 20, that's below average. And I don't think he's going to be below average. He says 2 of those coaches get fired mid-season. So you think the NFC North is going to have 2 coaches fired or the AFC North, Derek? Derek says 2 of those coaches are going to get fired mid-season. Is this NFC North or AFC North? Because if we look at the NFC North, the only team I could potentially see getting fired would be the Vikings coach. And I think he has got a pass. Kevin O'Connell kind of has a pass because of the injury of Justin Jefferson. And they've kind of had a very turbulent off season. So he's actually talking about the AFC West. And when we look at the AFC West, Andy Reid isn't going anywhere. Jim Harbaugh just got signed. He's not going anywhere for at least a couple years. The Broncos can't afford to fire Sean Payton because that's guaranteed money. The only coaching that I could potentially seeing leaving the AFC West would be Antonio Pearson. He's entering still his first season. He's still a rookie head coach. He was a intern head coach last season, right? I don't know. We'll see. Topic number 3, though. Speaking of the AFC West, Bo Nix for the Denver Broncos has been balling out. Bo Nix is currently listed as a starter for the Denver Broncos as of right now. Bo Nix has the captain hat on his head right now in Denver. Says, I am the captain now. Guys, the Denver Broncos have a very open quarterback competition right now between Jarrett Stidham, Bo Nix, and Zach Wilson. Currently, Bo Nix is kind of getting the nod. He's getting a lot of the first team reps. He's getting a lot more playing time in preseason. However, Sean Payton has never started a rookie quarterback. On our AFC West Track Talk group, I proposed a question in there saying, should Bo Nix start? And I posted this question back in July when I first started Bo Nix kind of separating himself from Zach Wilson and Jarrett Stidham. And I said, hey, Bo Nix should start. And many of those Broncos fans like, no. Bo Nix needs to sit the bench. Bo Nix needs to learn the playbook. Bo Nix needs to learn his role. Fast forward 1 month later, I proposed the same question. Those same people, start Bo Nix. Start Bo Nix. Do it. So we got to ask the question, guys. Fact or crap? Should Bo Nix start week 1 for the Denver Broncos? Guys, like I said, Bo Nix has been separating himself from the Jarrett Stidham and Zach Wilson for the last month and a half. Bo Nix has kind of come in there and taken the bull by the horns. Bo Nix has definitely been the man, the myth, the legend. When we look at Bo Nix, the Denver Broncos took him 12th overall for a reason. They feel he is his franchise quarterback. They feel that he can definitely go in there and do some work. Now, I understand the whole rookie quarterback stigma, right? I used to be a firm believer. Keyword here is used to be. That used to sit all rookie quarterbacks. Give them a chance to learn the system. Give them a chance to get their feet wet. Give them 2 full off seasons to really grow and develop. I believe it was Wayne G and Suit Boss pretty much flat out said, hey, the facts, the numbers say otherwise. You are not gaining any advantage one way or the other if you start or sit a rookie quarterback. Now I'm a firm believer, hey, if they're good enough, put their asses in there. Hell, you drafted them anyways because you suck. So put his ass in there. What's the worst thing that could happen? You guys get another top 10 pick again, right? I guess you could shatter the kid's confidence, whatever. But Sean Payton has never started a rookie quarterback. Granted, he had Drew Brees and Phillip Rivers, right? He's had some pretty good quarterbacks around him. He had Tony Romo. Wasn't he offensive coordinator for Dallas when Tony Romo was there? Can't remember. Either way. Bo Nix, fact or crap, guys, should he start? And I think it's a fact. I've been saying this for a month and a half now. Bo Nix should start week 1 for the Denver Broncos. Jarrett Stidham, Zach Wilson, right now does not give you the best opportunity to win in Denver. And even if they did, I'm still taking Bo Nix over them because I drafted him. I have 5 years to build around Bo Nix. I need to see what I have in Bo Nix. We invested a first-round draft pick in this guy, a number 12 overall pick in this guy. Now, I know the rest of our team kind of sucks, but if he can manufacture some offense with this semi-good offense that we have now, we can build a defense, right? Bo Nix, if you're getting us close enough to win these games and the defense just needs a little bit of oomph, right? Add that in the draft, bada bing, bada boom, we're to the moon, baby. But I think it's a fact. I think it is a fact that Bo Nix should start week 1. And Casey says that's a facty, baby. That's a fact. Ant says it's a fact. Start Bo Nix. And also says he ain't just a rookie. He's a 24-year-old rookie. He has a lot of playing experience, right? He went to Oregon and Auburn, right? He has Pac-12 and SEC experience. He has been on the big field many, many times. This man's ready to play. And Casey says Zach would never get it, which is a shame, right? Zach Wilson kind of got the short end of the stick in New York, asked for a trade, got it. Zach Wilson is probably going to be a forever backup, right? Actually, I bet you we never hear Zach Wilson's name in the NFL again. I think he will jump around from team to team. they might see value of him as a third string game, right? But yeah, Zach Wilson is just not going to start. I think it's Bo Nix, 100%. Bo Nix. Derek says, give me 3 games. Give him 3 games. Give him 3 games to prove that he's a starter. So you want to have him play the 3rd preseason game to determine if he's a starter or not. I think he has already earned that. To be honest, I think he has earned it. He's the captain now. He is the captain now. And says, yeah. Unfortunately, Zach will never be a starter in this league. Unless, barring injury to somebody, whether it's Jarrett Stidham or Bo Nix, right? Let's say it's an injury to Bo Nix. Zach Wilson earns that 2nd string spot and he jumps in there and he balls out for 3 or 4 games. He could be like Gardner Minshew. Raiders offer him a 2-year, $25 million deal. Bada bing, bada boom. He is a backup there. Injury again, and he gets in. And I think that's the only time where I ever want to see Zach Wilson as a starter is if the actual starter goes down at some point. And we don't ever wish injury, but I think that is the way it is. That's the way it is. But guys, that is going to be it for today's show. Monday's edition of Factor Crap, guys. We are back in mid-season form. Factor Crap Mondays, Overreaction Tuesdays. What we got Wednesdays? We got Buy or Sell Wednesdays. We got Way or No Way Thursdays. And Friday, I forgot what Friday is. Oh, what would Jim do? That's what Fridays are as well. What would Jim do Fridays? But guys, we are back mid-season form. No more breaking down teams. We're actually going to talk NFL each and every day. If you guys ever want to talk about anything, jump over on the Discord, pop it in the general chat, slide into those DMs. Let's talk about it, and we'll bring it up in the show. But if you guys want to play some fantasy football, click on the Discord link right now. Click on the fantasy link, and I'm going to be posting that link in the fantasy Discord group on our Man Hour page. Free to enter. The winner gets $100 bills, y'all. $100 bills, y'all. But until tomorrow, guys, 2:30 East Coast time right here at YouTube.com, of course, Facebook.